Hello and welcome to the video. Today we're going to have a look at this Märklin set. It's Märklin Magazine limited edition wagon from 2003 and it's presented in this normal Märklin box, and you can see here it's called Jahreswagen 2003. I guess that's promotional wagon, perhaps. I'll look it up. And it's a typical Märklin box with a cardboard sleeve with a polystyrene tray. And down here it's got this icon here showing that it's designed for the Märklin 3-rail system, so this will short out your Pico or Hornby track. Let's see what we've got inside this box. So as normal, the cardboard sleeve just slides off easily. And inside we've got the polystyrene tray, and this one has a cover over the top of it. The cover just lifts off quite easily. And inside the model is presented very well. It's got the trailer at the top and the wagon. It's got some extra parts up here and it's got some instructions. So looking at the instructions, it says Taschen Wagen and it has instructions in various languages. So looking inside, it's got various options about fitting stuff to the trailer and to the wagon, and various options for different loads that you could put onto this wagon. This is quite interesting. It's showing that you can fit these other parts and fit containers onto this wagon instead of a trailer. Those don't come in this set, but it's interesting to know that this wagon can be used in that way. The parts for fitting containers are included in this set. You do have a trailer for this one, but you can see here that if you wanted to run containers, you can do by fitting these parts. So let's have a look at the wagon first. So this is made in metal, so it's quite weighty for the size of wagon that it is, and it has a lot of detail on it and a lot of printing. On the deck you can see various numbers printed along the ends here. And down the side it's got a wealth of detail to enjoy, parts picked out in yellow, printing of logos and various warning signs down the side here. And it does have this Märklin Magazine 2003 logo added here. I don't think that's prototypical. One of the things that's quite nice here are these yellow parts for these brake wheels and other accessories. Underneath you can see that the bogie is held on with a screw, which is really good. It'll be quite nice and secure, and the couplings are cantilevered as well in a neat little arrangement, so this will help it get round tight corners, but this doesn't really detract from the model, and it's done very well because from the top you can barely see it. So this wagon has had a few parts added on in plastic, which are very delicate. They're at both ends of the wagon, these could easily break off, but the plastic is quite pliable. You can see that this bends a little bit, which allows it to take a few knocks and not just snap off immediately. This part here is where the trailer attaches and it can move up and down here on a slide. In the box I did notice it has some different types of fittings, so different types of trailer could be fitted to this wagon. Okay, so let's have a look at the trailer. So straight away you can see that this is really advertising the magazine quite a lot. The graphics are really quite big and bright. The trailer is made in red with some black painting and this grey, what is meant to be a tarpaulin. It has some indication on the roof that it could be fabric, but there's no real indication on the side. It does have a couple of ridges on it, but it's not very well done at all, and the ends have got no detail whatsoever. So it looks as though this additional top part, which does slide off, is quite cheaply made. So if you take that off in the trailer, the first thing you notice is the moulding point in the middle of it, which really spoils it. So you can't really use this without the cover over it unless adding in your own bed. And there are some indications of detail on the side here, some indications that it maybe has planks or something like that. And along the side, and it has some moulding to indicate clips for the tarpaulin, but it's not really that well detailed. I've seen better ones of these. Underneath it has a spare tyre, a triple axle with some mudguards and some safety crash barriers, and it also has these landing legs as well, which can be set at different heights. So when fitted together, the trailer is off centre from the rest of the wagon. It does fit into this wagon quite easily, but I think it will end up wobbling a little bit when it goes around your layout. So let's see how much this weighs. So the whole wagon, including the load, is 113 grams, so quite heavy. So this Märklin Magazine promotional model from 2003, it has a number of interesting parts to it. The wagon is made of metal, which is really good. It's got an air of good quality, and I like how the bogies are attached to it with screws, so it's quite secure. But I think it's really let down by the trailer load. This seems like rather a cheap kind of addition to it. It's maybe better to run this without the trailer, or maybe find a trailer from a better manufacturer. The graphics on the side of the trailer are really over the top. You can't get away from the fact that this is as a Märklin Magazine promotional item, and I think that kind of spoils this a little bit. I would have preferred to have seen something which is maybe a bit more subtle. So would you buy this? I think the Wagon is a very good one, and I've seen it in some other sets as well. I don't think it needed the magazine logo printed on the side to be effective as a promotional model, because the trailer shouts out to you about that, and it is a limited edition model. It is something interesting and maybe unique to your layout. So I'll put this on the turntable so you can see all the way around. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please give it a thumbs up, and you can subscribe to enjoy more videos like this. But for now, that's it for today, so I'll see you on the next one.